Hi YouTube. I want to take advantage of this time to discuss each cat. I am going to make separate videos for Jack and then for Cleo. I'm going to start off first with Cleo since she is the first cat that we adopted. We adopted her as a rescue and she is one of four siblings. The day we brought her home, she was very, very, very shy, hiding typically behind the sink. Um, but other than that, once we did let her explore the living room, after leaving her in one area for a short amount of time, she decided to make the sofa her next best hiding spot. And it took us several days continuously of getting her out, making her more comfortable with us and our living area. And little by little, she began to open up. When we got her, she was 5 to 6 months estimated, and she was a little tiny kitten, weighing about 5 pounds. And since we've had her, she has grown so much, and it's been a journey with her specifically because when we got her, she had upper respiratory infection, and she also had parasites like Giardia was one of them. The other was not as bad from what the vet said. However, when we say it was a journey, she did antibiotics for both things, for the upper respiratory, for the Giardia, the parasites, and here it is, a little kitten with all these different things. And one of the things that the vet advised us with the upper respiratory was that it is actually something very common that cats can get when they're in a rescue or a shelter, passed on or transmitted from other cats. So when we had her, after several days, we noticed that she was making like a hacking, coughing type sound. We didn't know if it was a hairball. We didn't know specifically what it was, but because we were new pet parents, and you can hear Cleo in the back, because we were new pet parents, we basically just took her right away to the vet as soon as possible. And that's when the vet did give us the diagnosis of her upper respiratory. She finished 2 rounds of the antibiotics for that, and it seemed that cleared. Shortly after we did adopt her, though, we did notice some on and off diarrhea, and we didn't know if it was the food, if she wasn't feeling well, if it was stress related. We didn't really know, so we kind of kept feeding her and kept an eye on that. And one day, my wife made the excellent suggestion, let's just take her to the vets to get tested for parasites, which ultimately resulted in that positive test coming back to us for the Giardia and for the other parasite. So here it is again, we're putting our kitten on more medicine, deworming medicine, and it seemed to have cleared. We also did get her a probiotic called Felix's Flora. There are certain stores that can sell it, or do sell it, excuse me. And there's also certain places online that I've seen that sell it. However, compared to the one that's the big box brand that you can buy at like PetSmart or Petco or Pet Supermarket, those ones don't compare, in my opinion, towards Felix's Flora. So shortly after she finished her medicine for the parasite, we gave her the probiotic, and immediately we noticed that her stool was getting, more firm. So, like I said, it has been such a journey, and now she's healthy, she's thriving, and always picky for food. So, I want to take a little bit of time to kind of describe her personality after she opened up to us. Uh, Once she started opening up to us, she decided, make room on the bed. This spot is mine now. Anytime you place food down, I want that food. We do have to supervise her with Jack because she will have the tendency of wanting to steal his food. So we have made arrangements, and I will talk about that later on, most likely in another video. Um, my wife and I describe her as very active and the more vocal cat between both of them. She typically, as soon as we come home, as soon as that door opens up, she runs right to her little scratching post, starts scratching, and she's extremely cute and just makes those little sounds, a bunch of little sounds like chirping sounds, airplane sounds, uh, just cuteness basically. And when we have our little toys and we're throwing different things around, she'll want to run, chase it, she'll jump, and she'll play with her brother at random times while we're home. And when we are asleep, we can kind of hear them jumping everywhere, playing everywhere in the house, and getting those late night zoomies. Specifically with her, I've noticed after she uses the bathroom, she has the zoomies. So let me know if you guys and gals have similar experiences to when your cats have the zoomies. Um, Aside from that, she's gotten so much bigger in size, and as our channel grows, we want to show their growth. We are going to post more videos and shorts and whatnot, kind of showing their body composition as they've aged. Another couple things that I did want to mention is some of the things that I will want to discuss on this channel is education of products, with litter boxes, with food, because education is key. And whatever I know personally, whatever my wife knows, we will share with you guys, and we kind of hope that we can get the same back, because it's kind of like a communal thing. We're new pet parents for cats specifically. And yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed this first video. Any comments, suggestions, things you would like to see on the channel, please let us know, and we'll be more than glad to do it. Thank you.